Congratulations and welcome to your protection plan membership. Obviously, there are things you want to accomplish, and we want to help you to accomplish those very things, whether that's you're interested in maybe purchasing a new home or a new car, just wanting to get your credit where it needs to be. But also, in addition to that, we're going to walk you through all the incredible services that are within the Protection Plan membership. My name is Greg, and I'll be your guide. I work with Financial Education Services, and going to kind of show you how to activate everything and just get the ball rolling. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to FESprotectionplan.com. Now, during this time together, it's really important, and hopefully you're going to be in front of your computer. And I would highly recommend that you don't just use this as an informational video, but actually you're going to do these things. So sometimes just hit pause while I'm talking and then go ahead and set things up as we go. And then, of course, you can come back, hit play again, and keep going. So we're at FESprotectionplan.com. And then this is a great website. It has a lot of great information. And also, if you haven't yet seen the actual video that kind of highlights everything that's within the protection plan, you'll be able to do that up here where it has the icon for the play button. But let's go ahead and log into your protection plan. So you click log in. And what you'll be doing here is you'll be putting in the email address that you provided upon signing up. So you'll go do that. That's what I'm doing. And then also you'll put in your password, which is the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. First thing is you're going to have to sign off on the terms and conditions. That's kind of the pop-up that is there, all the terms and conditions. So once you do that, then the next pop-up is appearing, which is going to basically ask you, do you want to take advantage of the credit restoration service? So of course, you have choices. You could say, that's not something I would like to do now, but remind me later. That's something I'm not interested in doing. And basically that means you're just going to take advantage of all the other services, which some people do. Or yes, I would like to start my credit restoration. Now understand that upon doing that, you're going to need to have your credit pulled, which the company is going to do that for you. It's a hard pull. And I think sometimes when they hear that, oh my gosh, is that going to create an inquiry on my credit profile? And keep in mind, that really has minimal effect on your credit profile. And obviously the goal is to help you significantly increase your credit score. So that's not going to have a huge impact at all. So go ahead and click, yes, I'd like to get started on my credit restoration, and you're agreeing to that. And then you will see your dashboard for your protection plan. You'll see your name up in the top right corner. So let's go over to the left-hand side. You'll see a lineup of all the different services within your protection plan called your dashboard. Let's go ahead and click on credit restoration. So now we're in our United Credit Education Services portal. That's who provides the credit restoration service. And what you'll want to do is go over here to the right side where it says UCES and it says access your account. And you'll then click on that. And you'll now be in your credit restoration portal. Now, when you first get there, if you just, let's say, for instance, signed up today, you'll notice that the credit score portion, even though on the screen you're seeing a demo and you're seeing a credit score of 500, that's not your credit score. That's the credit score within the demo, but your score may show up as a 0, not because your credit score is a 0, but because you have not yet had your credit portal updated. It will take about 2 business days for the company to actually pull your credit and then load the information in there. Now keep in mind, this isn't an ongoing live score. This is the one time that the company is going to pull your credit, and then that's going to be the score that you started with. Now we have another service we're going to set up here in a few minutes that's going to give you the ability to have access to your credit score and see it growing in real time as the service is working for you. So here you'll see, again, what that initial credit score is. You'll also notice there's some great education here and understanding more about how credit is calculated. You'll be able to get a lot of information here because not only do we want to help you in disputing these items and hopefully having these items potentially deleted from your credit profile, but how do you build excellent credit? So a lot of great information here. Now, if you look up at the top, you'll see where it says Progress Report. Go ahead and click on Progress Report. And what this is ultimately going to show you is a summary of your accounts. How many derogatory items do you have on your credit profile? So not only will it give it to you in numbers per Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, but as you scroll down, you're also going to see them listed out. These are the derogatory items on your credit profile, and it'll give you a status update. Are these items in dispute? If you've gone ahead and sent back your documents as you receive them from the credit bureaus, which I'm going to explain here in a minute. This is very, very important. Then you'll also be able to see what items have been deleted along the way through your service. Now you want to go over to what we call your process report. And it's really important as a client to really get involved in your service. Obviously, you signed up, you want to get excellent credit, so you play a role in that as well. Yeah, the company's going to do a great job and they're going to do their part. They do a phenomenal job with customer service. That's why we've had an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau for so long. So your role is this part. The company, once they receive everything from you that they're going to need, and we're going to go over that, your verification documents, you're going to receive a dispute package in the mail. And when you receive that, you're going to go ahead and open that package, and you're going to sign the letters that they've created for you, and then you're going to address 3 separate envelopes. One's going to go to Equifax, TransUnion, and the other to Experian. And you're going to put those letters in the envelopes, and you're going to put a stamp, of course, and you're going to mail those off. Now, by law, the credit bureaus have to go ahead and they have to respond to that. And they're going to respond in maybe several different ways. Sometimes they're going to send credit reports. Oftentimes they send credit reports. Sometimes they just send other letters or information. Whatever it is they send, and that's going to come usually around 30 days, maybe a little over 30 days, and it's really important to pay attention to this particular mail. Now, it's not going to come as you might think, with big return address saying Equifax or Experian, TransUnion. No, it more looks like junk mail. You want to, therefore, you don't want to be throwing stuff away, right? You want to be checking everything as you're getting it, especially within that time frame. Now, your job is to send that back to the company. Let's go over now to where it says ID documents. Now we got to send in 2 pieces of identification. With all the credit bureaus won't even look at your credit profile. And we want to do this as quickly as possible, and there's a couple of ways to do it. Let's talk about what you have to actually send. So one is you have to verify your address, and you could do that either with your driver's license, if it matches the address you've given to set up your service, or some type of utility bill. And all of that will be here explaining what you can utilize to send to the company. And then also, we need to verify your Social Security number. So you do that with hopefully your Social Security card. And if not that, then you can also use something else like a photocopy of your W-2 or some other kind of tax document that will show your name, your address, and your Social Security, most importantly. And once you do that, you have a couple options. One, you can upload these items via this portal right here, or with smartphones, thank goodness for smartphones, right? Because you can take your phone and you can literally put down your license, for instance, or whatever it is, utility bill, and you can put your Social Security card and do it individually. Don't try to fit them all in one picture. And take a picture, right, of your license, for instance, and your Social Security card. And then what you can do is you can then email those things. Right here, as you can see to the side on this page where we're on for ID documents, you can email them to documents@united-credit.org. Documents@united-credit.org. But it'll be right there for you to see. Very, very important. And as a matter of fact, if you haven't done that, this is a good time to hit pause and to do it. Because without that, the service isn't going to begin. So important to get that done. And once you do that, you're pretty much underway. So remember, let's recap real quick. You're going to log in. You're going to say, yes, I want it. Yes, I understand they're going to pull my credit. You're going to go to the United Credit portal. You're going to, most importantly, go to your ID documents. You're going to make sure that you send those off to the company. And then you're going to get your dispute package. you're going to go ahead and open that package, review the letters, you're going to sign the letters, you're going to address them to the credit bureaus, and the instructions come in the dispute package. So it really is a simple process, and then you're going to be waiting for correspondence from the credit bureaus, and then of course, really, really important is to send back that information to the company so they can update your process report. Now this is important. See, the company isn't going to know what's going to happen on your credit reports. They're relying on you to send back that information. Remember, they're only going to pull your credit one time. So if you don't send back the documents to the company, they're not going to know how to update your portal. You may go back there and go, oh, I'm not seeing anything. Did anything get deleted? The company's not going to know unless you send back those documents, and then they'll be able to update your portal, and you'll really be taking advantage of the service at the highest level. Because keep in mind, as the company continues to send you dispute letters, they want to modify those letters to reflect what the credit bureaus are sending you. And they don't want to just send you redundant letters. So for instance, if you had a couple of items deleted after round one, let's say after your first 30 days in the program, they want to remove them from the next set of letters and to have it to be updated and accurate and be most effective for you. So those are all related to your credit restoration program. Now let's go back to the dashboard. So that we can set up some additional services that have a tremendous impact on your credit service. Let's go down to Smart Credit. Smart Credit is your 24/7 credit monitoring program. It's going to allow you to see your credit score right now. So although you're waiting as far as credit restoration for the next 2 business days where they can load your information and as you can see your score over here, we're going to be able to see your score right now through your Smart Credit portal. So go ahead and click on Smart Credit. And again, good information here that you'll be able to review. But if you go off to the right-hand side again, you'll see where it says Smart Credit. And go ahead and click on Not a Member, but you are a member, but you have to set up and activate your Smart Credit portal. And a lot of this has to do with the fact of security, making sure that people, this is highly sensitive information. So everybody wants to make sure that it's you who are doing these things in relation to your credit and your financial situation. So if you'll notice, when you clicked on that, you'll see the logo for the protection plan there, letting you know you are a member of the protection plan. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to click, if you see it in the tabs here, click Join. Now, once again, you've already joined the protection plan membership, but you're setting up your Smart Credit portal. And what you want to do here is enter your first name and your last name and your email address and choose a password that you'll remember. So you'll need a password to get into your Smart Credit. So even though you're inside of your protection plan, you'll still, when you click on Smart Credit, gain access to it, you'll want to obviously have a password. Now it also says sponsor code. You don't need to worry about that. You don't need to fill anything in there. You're already sponsored into this program. You're already a member. And go ahead and click Submit and Continue. Now what you're going to see here is additional personal information, date of birth, and so forth. So go ahead and take time to fill that in. And then once again, you'll move to the next page where you're going to be asked a series of security questions. Once again, protecting your identity, making sure this is you, because this is obviously confidential information that we're putting in here. So you're going to take a minute to review those questions, and then you'll be moving on to the last action step to actually activate your Smart Credit, which is going to be you're going to pay $1 one time. Now, this isn't a payment of any kind. It's just to authenticate your credit file so that they know it's you and that it's attached to your credit history. So this is just $1 one time. Has nothing to do with any kind of payment method. It's not something that stays on file. Remember, you've already made your payment as a protection plan member. So once you do that, let's go ahead now and log in. And you'll enter your email address, and you just, of course, set up your password that you hopefully remember, right? So now I am logged in, you are logged in, and the first thing that's going to pop up is going to be a special offer to maybe get your credit reports, but you don't need that because the company's already going to be pulling in your information from your credit reports as we've already shared. So go ahead and X out of that. And now you're going to see right there on your main page, you're going to see your credit score. That's where you're also going to be able to keep coming back to, and hopefully that credit score is going to be a good point of moving up and up and up. That's the goal. Now, what I always like people to look at here is, of course, you have access to looking at your Smart Credit Report. It'll even give you the opportunity. Smart Credit will give you a quick tour to show you around how Smart Credit works, and you can come back to do that when you have the time. But this is going to show you how many negative items you have. Once again, where are things at? Do you have any public records, collections, or whatever it is? It'll show you the variety of things that are on your credit. And now you'll be able to come back, I said, and play around with this and learn more and see how valuable the information is. But this is something really, really important that I try to show people every single time. Why don't you go up and click on Scores? And here, you're going to see a variety of things. Obviously, you've already seen your credit score. One of the things I like to point out to people is, how about the fact that there's something called an insurance score? And I talk to people about this a lot, and they really have no idea. Oftentimes, they'll say, really? I have an insurance score? And we do. So why is that important? Because it's not just about buying a home, although that's maybe why you decided to enroll for the service, because you have some goals like that or whatever it is you're trying to achieve in reference to your credit score. But a lot of times we talk to people about saving money. So a lot of people don't realize how much money they can save by having excellent credit. Having a monitoring system like this that can really keep you abreast of what's going on with your credit situation and how it affects so many other avenues of your financial world. I mean, your credit score is then translating into a grade. So in this example, in this demo, it's saying this person has an F for a grade, which means it says your insurance rates will be high and your terms strict. Do you want high insurance rates? Do you want strict terms? Of course you don't. And that's why having an excellent credit score can really allow you to not only do whatever it is you're trying to do, accomplish your goals, but also how about saving a lot of money through that? And how about going back where it even has hiring risk associated with pulling credit and looking at credit score? That may also be a factor in somebody getting a job or not. So a lot of people don't realize these things. They're unaware, and that's our goal. Our goal, why we're called Financial Education Services. We're an education company, and we know if people are educated about these important factors, they would do a lot more to make sure that they were taking care of their credit score and their personal and financial affairs. So a lot of great things to see here in Smart Credit. Make sure you come back. You can set up mobile alerts and just continue to monitor how your service is working by watching your credit score on a regular basis. All right, now we're going to go back to our dashboard, and we're going to go down and work on a few other things. Next, we're going to go activate our LifeLock, identity theft protection. Very, very important, because we're working on helping you to get a great credit score. The last thing we want to see happen is one day somebody then comes along, steals that great credit score to go buy things that they shouldn't be buying because it's not them, and yet you're the one holding the bag. And it's because maybe you didn't have something like this in place. And all this really is insurance. And it comes within your Protection Plan membership. Very simple to set up, not a whole lot to do here. If you go over to the right-hand side, once again, when you'll see access to your LifeLock membership portal, go ahead and click on that. It says activate right there. You do that, and it's done. Now you have identity theft protection, and that's very important considering like every 2 seconds an identity is stolen. This is a serious problem, worldwide, and so very important to have that. Now, those are some simple things that we've set up. So now you have your credit restoration underway. Now you have your 24/7 credit monitoring. You know your credit score, and you have access to your report. And also, we've now got identity theft protection. So that's a good start. Now, there are some other great services in here as well. Your positive credit builder to educate you on just developing positive credit habits, very important. Obviously, you can learn more about our credit attorney. That'll be something you can take advantage of if need be, depending on your situation. You also have some other great things in here like Debt Zero. If you've got debt, you want to get it paid off. Whenever we think about debt, we know that's having an impact on our credit score. When we lower debts, we increase credit score. So this is a great tool that you can go in and read about and learn about and utilize. It just helps you to pay off debt faster and more effectively. And then you've got other things to really protect yourself and your family, like your My Care Plan, which is a will, trust, power of attorney program. And a lot of people, the reason why they don't have it, and believe me, a lot of people don't, is because sometimes they're intimidated by the process and, oh my gosh, it's so involved and people don't want to necessarily deal with it. And then they think it's really, really costly. Well, this comes within your protection plan membership. You know, we like to say, listen, for less than $3 a day, you can work on having excellent credit and protect yourself and your family. So I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to do that. You also have something called financial lockbox. A lot of times people don't set things up as to where they are. If God forbid something happens to somebody, where is their will, trust, power of attorney? Or where are their bank accounts? Or who do they need to speak to on your behalf? And the financial lockbox is basically a way to organize everything, where your things are. If somebody would need to find them and couldn't communicate with you, this would be a great tool to have. So it's worth certainly looking into. And then finally, you know, one of the things, because our membership base is so large, we're able to go out and get some great discounts. One of the things I encourage you to do is definitely go to FES Travel and set up the portal for getting great deals on travel. If you like to travel, especially hotels, staying at hotels or vacation packages, some phenomenal deals there. And the key is to set up an account, because then you'll get the FES discounts that'll be far greater than probably any other platform that you can go to. So make sure you set that up. And then just all the different things that you can take advantage of, whether it's discount shopping or understanding, you know, you can get a prescription discount. So there's a lot of great things in here. So that's kind of all the things that are available. This was just, you know, an overview, and mostly to help you to activate the key elements of your protection plan and get you underway. So hopefully that was helpful. And of course, you can review this to make sure you set up all the components of your FES protection plan.